Hello, welcome to Nimasa this week. I'm your host, Cordelia Otme. I hope you're doing well and I hope you're observing the protocol you need to observe to stay safe this period of COVID-19. I'm happy to see that things are gradually going back to normal and I'm hoping you're using your face mask. Always remember, face mask, social distancing, they all go hand in hand. On the program today, I'll be sharing with you what Nimasa is doing to ensure we have a cleaner ocean to have our business activities peacefully. We'll also be sharing with you what the human element of this particular challenge is all about in the maritime sector. We'll be talking about dock workers. We'll have the President General of the Maritime Workers Union of Nigeria as our guest today. He is Comrade Adewale Adeyanju. He'll get to share with us. Once again, welcome. Nimasa this week.
The coronavirus pandemic is real. Nimasa wants us to stay safe so we can stay alive. Observe social distancing, avoid crowded areas, wash your hands regularly with soap or use alcohol-based hand sanitizers. And most importantly, stay at home. Together, we shall win the war against this coronavirus. This message is brought to you by the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, Nimasa.
Now let's start off from the IMO, where the Secretary General of the IMO, that is International Maritime Organization, has introduced or announced the introduction of a new set of protocols that will help in lifting barriers in crew changes. Now, why is this necessary? These sets of protocols are very, very important because they'll be taking into cognizance the mental wellness and safety of seafarers during this period of COVID-19.
The need for ships to change crews and for seafarers to fly home at the end of their periods of service have emerged as two of the biggest challenges facing the shipping industry as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, IMO Secretary General Kitak Lim has endorsed a series of protocols designed to address these issues. Drawn up by a broad cross-section of global industry associations representing various sectors of the maritime transport industry, the protocols set out general measures and procedures designed to ensure that ship crew changes can take place safely during the COVID-19 pandemic. At their heart is a call that, provided shipping companies broadly comply with and adhere to measures applicable to them, governments and their relevant national authorities should, for their part, do everything possible to allow crew changes to happen. The wide-ranging protocols contain recommendations to maritime administrations and other relevant national authorities such as health, customs, immigration, border control, seaport and civil aviation authorities. They address the roles of shipping companies, agents and representatives, including crew agencies and seafarers, and extend to seaports, airports, and airlines involved in travel operations for ship crew changes. Shipping and seafarers are vital to global supply chains. Each month, about 150,000 seafarers need to be changed over to and from the ships they operate to ensure international maritime regulations for safety, crew health and welfare, and preventing fatigue are complied with. But due to COVID-19 restrictions, large numbers of seafarers are having to extend their service on board ships after many months at sea, unable to be replaced or repatriated after long tours of duty. This is considered unsustainable both for the safety and well-being of seafarers and the safe operation of maritime trade. The protocols for crew change and repatriation were drawn up by the International Association of Ports and Harbour, IAPH, Baltic and International Maritime Council, BIMCO, International Federation of Shipmasters Association, International Association of Independent Tanker Owners, Intertanko, Protection and Indemnity Insurance Club, P&I, Intercargo, and the Independent Mental Capacity Advocacy, IMCA. They also take account of input from the International Air Transport Association, IATA.
If you take analysis or evaluation of our own shipping industry, you look at the shipbuilding industry, how are they faring? Are they still in existence? If they are in existence, what is the capacity of the production of their own ships and the number of ships they produce or boats they produce? Are they still producing? If they are not, why? If we have something that we can render in terms of help to promote and develop them, we will have to go for that.
This is an announcement from the Office of the Registrar of Ships. As we continue to hope for the best in these trying times, when the whole world is battling with COVID-19, we pledge to continue to play our roles even as we adhere to directives from constituted authorities. To minimize physical contacts, please consider the following alternative channels for your inquiries and follow-up action. Email registrarofships@nimasa.gov.ng. Telephone WhatsApp 0702 513 7601, Monday to Thursday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., Friday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m.
This is Nimasa This Week, and if you're just joining us for the very first time, I say welcome. If you need to know more about the maritime sector, you could visit the Nimasa website. You'll find a lot of things that would interest you there. You could also follow Nimasa on all her social media platforms. I'm talking YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. They are all at Nimasa Official. The handles at Nimasa Official. Okay. Now, let's talk about the marine environment. Nimasa has one major job too, a statutory responsibility, and that is also making sure that we have a clean and safe ocean. Now, let's take you on a journey to see how Nimasa has been working real hard to ensure that we have a cleaner ocean for us to work with.
Nigeria, with a population of about 200 million people, has a coastline of about 853 kilometers and an exclusive economic zone of 200 nautical miles with over 12.5 million hectares of fresh water. Considering the fact that Nigeria's per capita gross national income is relatively high within the region, the per capita municipal solid waste generation is also high. And Nigeria, with urban cities scattered along the littoral states, more municipal waste, mainly plastics, are generated. It is common knowledge that about 80% of marine litter originates on land, and lack of sufficient recycling and recovery has resulted to oceans pollution. Nimasa is one of the earliest maritime administrations in Africa to domesticate the International Convention for the Prevention of Pollution from Ships, popularly called the MARPOL Convention. The domesticated regulatory instrument for implementation of all annexes of the convention is already being implemented. Nimasa engaged 1,000 marine litter marshals spread across littoral communities in Nigeria. They constantly enlighten coastal community dwellers on the dangers of marine litter and serve as first responders to marine litter management in the communities. In addition, Nimasa has taken steps to actually remove marine litter and particularly microplastics from the marine environment.
So Nimasa started by having clean-up and mini campaigns within the littoral states. So from there, Nimasa now graduated to taking part in the cleanup, especially after the project we did with UNEP. Cleaned up the waterways in Lagos as a pilot project, and also tried to classify the types of marine litter we have. And then we engage the coastal communities when we are doing that. And we found out at the end of the day that more of the waste we have in the marine environment are plastics.
Our work is to orientate the people on how to do away with the waste and to stop them from not depositing waste into the river or into the shorelines.
We are here to clean the waterways and to have a better and a clean ocean. Because this water you're seeing here is a route and a channel going to the ocean. So if we clean this place properly, it means the ocean will be clean.
The development of a marine litter management action plan for Nigeria are amongst other initiatives of Nimasa to ensure cleaner oceans and safer shipping.
The Ministry of Environment is coming up with a lot more recycling plans, but we cannot do it in isolation. And I will ask also Nimasa to partner with the private sector in this. You have started right with sensitization of our people on what to do with plastic. So I say that the Ministry of Environment will definitely support Nimasa. We'll take this further and put it together to be a national action plan. Ministry of Environment being the focal ministry for anything environment, be it the sea, land, or air.
I can let you know that the Senate is very interested in this cleanup. We are very concerned about it. We see it as a vital economic resource for us in this country, that if we clean our environment, it attracts more kinds of investments into this country. And I can tell you that we're going to do our part, and we're going to work very closely with Nimasa, the Ministry of Environment, and all the other agencies.
Whatever we do, even at our closets, or whether in our factories, whether in the fuel station, how we dispose our engine oil in the mechanic workshop, in our homes, everything that we do, if we don't monitor it and control it, we pollute the environment.
What I'll say is just to encourage Nimasa in what they are doing right now, and of course to throw it open to all of us as Nigerians to realize that we each owe an obligation and a responsibility to do our own bit to make sure that our environment that we live in, because definitely that has an impact on the quality of life that we live, that it's our collective responsibility to make sure that we keep it clean.
We've also developed a document that we hope to use to really manage it in the entire nation. And this is the Maritime Action Plan for Marine Litter Management in Nigeria. It was initially reviewed by experts, then we had it peer reviewed by stakeholders, and it's ready now. And Nimasa is not just stopping here in Nigeria. Every action we take, we try to document it and pass it to International Maritime Organization for other people to learn. It's on record that Nimasa is the only African country that has deposited documents to IMO on marine litter management.
Nimasa is working in line with the provisions of the Convention on the Prevention of Marine Pollution by Dumping of Wastes and Other Matter 1972, commonly called the London Convention. Nigeria recently constructed a 5,000 metric tons per hour capacity liquid waste treatment plant, LWTP, at the Nigerian Ports Authority NPA dockyard in Port Harcourt, Rivers State. The facility is in line with the IMO MARPOL 7378 Convention, which is to provide facilities for liquid and solid waste on board vessels navigating Nigerian waters. The facility is now fully functional and is part of efforts to enhance marine protection and waste management. In line with the decision of the International Maritime Organization, the IMO, to reduce fuel consumption by vessels, as well as greenhouse gases, GHG, and carbon dioxide, CO2 emissions on voyages, the management of Nimasa has launched and installed a fuel consumption data collection device on a Nigerian flagged vessel. This project, which came as fallout of the Maritime Technology Cooperation Center, is the first in the entire West and Central African region. The establishment of the Integrated Security and Waterways Protection Infrastructure, also known as the Deep Blue Project by the Federal Government of Nigeria, is another testament to the commitment of Nigeria to improve on safety and security in Nigerian waters.
A global regulation that will substantially reduce harmful sulfur oxide (SOx) emissions from ships came into effect from 1st January 2020, bringing significant benefits for both human health and the environment. From 1st January 2020, the global upper limit on the sulfur content of ships' fuel oil is now reduced to 0.50% from 3.50%. Known as IMO 2020, the reduced limit is mandatory for all ships operating outside certain designated emission control areas, where the limit is already 0.10%. As a result, reductions are expected in stroke, asthma, lung cancer, cardiovascular, and pulmonary diseases. Cutting sulfur emissions from ships would also help prevent acid rain and ocean acidification, benefiting crops, forests, and aquatic species.
Introducing the new face of the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, Nimasa. We are charting the direction for a maritime and regulating the industry for a better, bigger, and more economically stable Nigeria. Evolved to serve you better. We are Nimasa. New face, rejuvenated service. Nimasa, changing the tides in your favor.
Well, you've heard on the program that the industry has been, hard hit by this pandemic, not just in Nigeria, all over the world. Ship owners are finding it difficult to change crews. What about dock workers? What about seafarers? They're having some particular or peculiar challenges too. Here in Nigeria, same thing may be applying, but is it actually the same? We'll be finding out about that too, as we'll be talking with the President General of the Maritime Workers Union of Nigeria, Comrade Adewale Adeyanju.
Well, it's unfortunate that the invisible friends that you cannot see is ravaging the whole world, and for the past couple of months now, I've been moving from one terminal and the other, trying to sensitize with our members to let them know the implication of what is going on in the whole world. And all the executive members of Maritime Workers Union of Nigeria have been out with me for the past a month plus now. And if you go from one terminal to the other, now you now see that awareness is almost 70 to 80% now. The dock workers have know their left from their right, and the seafarers as well. And we've been working hand in hand with the terminal operators, with the stevedores that engage the service of the dock workers. Maritime Workers Union of Nigeria, we believe in fire brigade approach, but what we are running today is scientific. We practice what we call scientific unionism. We dialogue, we believe in social dialogue, and we put our problem before the management and we resolve it. So, and we go into training, we train our members, we train ourselves. So I think that is what helps us in managing ourselves with the management of Nimasa. And we continue to dialogue with them. We continue to offer an advice. So if they need our advice, we give it to them. And I believe the man in the affairs of Nimasa today is a listening person. And I believe he will continue to listen to us. We want to thank Mr. President Muhammadu Buhari for giving us our own. And we believe he has given us our own and is going to perform. We have that belief that Dr. Jamo is going to perform. We have the belief because an insider must know where the soup reaches everybody. As an insider, you know the problem of you and I, you know the problem of dock workers, you know the problem of the seafarers, you know the problem of other stakeholders. So we don't need to be told that the man is going to perform. The man has started performing, and is a proactive person. For the past couple of months, you can see proactiveness from a leader This was seafarer. You can see what he did. Unlike before, you keep on, the union will keep on writing, extend the seafarer issues, the dock workers, this thing. No, he did it on his own. And that's why I keep on appreciating his effort. So if he continue like this, I don't think we have any problem, because he's from inside. He knows the problem. So you don't need to start telling the whole world that he's doing better or he's not doing better. He's doing better. And God is going to continue to protect him to do more better in the industry. We don't have another country than this country. We must pray every day to make sure that this country do not go in extinction. We should continue to be our brother's keeper. This country belongs to every one of us. One Nigeria, one unity, one nation.
The coronavirus pandemic is real. The Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, Nimasa, wants you to stay safe. Observe social distancing by avoiding crowded areas. Cough or sneeze into a curved elbow or into a tissue, which should be disposed of immediately. Wash your hands regularly with soap or use hand sanitizers. And most importantly, stay at home and follow health and safety advice coming from the NCDC and the WHO. Together, we will win the war against the coronavirus. This message is brought to you by the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, Nimasa. Nimasa, changing the tide in your favor.
Well, it's time for me to go, but before I go, let's talk about the face mask. I've been seeing a lot of very beautiful face masks out there. People even have the ones that will go with the outfit they are wearing. Beautiful. We even have ours here. Very lovely, right? This one, it's the one with the, from Nimasa. Very lovely one. But then, I've said it before that if you do not use the face mask well, we may end up doing Ankara face mask fashion parade. It may not do a lot for us. So, what is the proper way of using the face mask? I'm just going to talk about one basic one. Make sure the face mask covers your nose and your mouth. Not like this. And above all, not like this. Always do it the proper way. If not, it will all be in vain. So how do I look? This is the proper way. I'll see you next time, but till then, always remember, visit the Nimasa website or follow her on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. They are all at Nimasa Official, at Nimasa Official. Take care. I hear it's difficult to breathe with it. Manage is better than contracting what you do not need. Bye-bye.